Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. It's wonderful to connect with you, wonderful to say hi. Hello, how do you do? What's happening? What is going on with you? Blessings, 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 and more blessings. I speak unto you. Welcome, 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 welcome. For those who will be live, yes, 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 yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. For those who will hashtag and replay it. I love it. I love it. I love it. For those who will be on and I don't know you and I don't know you and I might not never know you and I can appreciate that. And then for those who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage this girl. Yes, yes, yes. Let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. Um, and so Mm, I don't know what else I was going to say. Anyway, welcome. So, this morning we're talking about this notion of emotions. We're talking about this notion of emotions serving us versus us being in service to emotions. We talk about the idea of whether or not an emotion or the particular set of emotions is serving us, or are we in service to the emotions, right? Knowing the difference of what it is. Is the emotion renewing, energizing, or is it depleting? Is it a depleting emotion that, um, is it a depleting emotion that's taking from us? Or is it a renewing emotion? Renewing and energizing, or um, is it depleting and taking our energy, right? So only we can decide, right? Emotions are a part of our being, and they are designed to be in service to us, not us in service to them, or not us being imprisoned by them, right? Not us in service to them, and not us being imprisoned by them. So our emotions, and in this context, I'm going to use emotions and feelings in the same way. Although emotions and feelings are different things, I'm going to talk about them as the same just for this context. It's, this isn't really the platform to go into the difference between emotion, or it's not I mean, we can do it on this platform, but this isn't the place for that conversation. Not at 5:40 a.m., right? At least not today. Okay. But know that they are different. Know that they are different, but also know that they are different, but also know that what's the word? Know that they're different, but also know that for our conversation, we're going to talk about them as being synonymous, feelings or emotions. Okay. Now, we want to make sure that they serve you, and that you're not imprisoned to them, that you're not serving them. Meaning, anytime something happens, your emotions take you on a roller coaster ride, right? And you are unable to manage or navigate a situation. That it takes you on a roller coaster ride and you're unable to manage or navigate a situation. Do you see? So it's important for you to be able to know. And how do we do this? So we can talk about some of the mechanics of it, right? How do we do it? What are some tools and strategies for being able to do that? How do I change if I am feeling some way, like all of that we could talk about this week. Right now, what I want to talk about though is whether or not what you're feeling, what your internal experience is, whether or not it's beneficial or is it at cost? Is it beneficial or is it at cost? Does it serve you or not? So asking yourself the question, is it of benefit to me? Is it of service to me? Does it help me to live in the way that I want to live? Does it help me to do the things that I want to do? Do you see? Is it in service? And only you, well, other people in some ways can observe and can determine. Others, at other times, only you really know what's happening internally and the impact that experiencing certain emotions are having on you. At times, only you will know that. So you got to be able to ask yourself a question. You got to be able to assess. You got to be able to self-reflect. You got to be able to tap into, to know, to hear, right? To comprehend, to understand. And that is one, what are you feeling? That's the first step, is asking you, being able to identify the feeling. Step number one. That's step number one. Identify the feeling. Good morning, Sati. Good morning. I'm so proud of you. So proud of all that you are doing. All of the I don't know the word I want to say, but you know, the ways that you're making, the paths that you are carving out, the trails that you're blazing. I guess that's what I want to say. Congratulations, my dear. Job well done. Job will be continuing to be well done. Very proud of you. You're welcome. Okay, so the emotions, in order for them to serve us and us not serve them, there's some things we have to have in place. First of all, we've got to be able to identify what is the emotion that we are feeling. What is the actual emotion? And so one of the ways to do that is to make sure that you have a feeling wheel that you engage, you utilize. Good morning, Erica. Hey, honey bun. Love you back. Cousin, all things are well. How are you? Praying for you, cousin. And so the first is to be able, you got to be able to know what it is that you're feeling. And you know, because when you can articulate, you can be intelligent about it, when you can identify it, then you're better positioned to decide, make a decision about it. If you don't even know what it is, it's more difficult to make a decision about it. If you don't know what it is, it's challenging to make a decision when we don't know what it is, right? And so first I would say identify the feeling, right? And then I would say step 2 would be to ask yourself the question, why am I feeling this? Right? So asking that question, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling it? Like, what's happening? What's happening with me? What's going on? Because kind of like a sub question, step 2, let's say B, would be like, what do I need? Like, what do I need? Because sometimes when we answer that question, that tells us why we're feeling it. So number 1, what are we feeling? Number 2, why am I feeling? Like, what do I need in this situation? Because I might not need nothing. The feeling might be serving me well, right? And so then that's really The third step, right, is kind of the third step is this feeling serving me? Right? Is it serving me? What am I feeling? Why am I feeling? Is this feeling serving me? You know, in the why, you sometimes asking, what do I need? Why am I feeling this? Like, what's going on? What do I need? Is this feeling serving me? Is this feeling in service to me? Like, is it helping me to get what I need? Is it helping me to go in the direction that I need to go into, that I want to go into? You know, is it serving me? And then you got an if-then statement. If it is, if yes, then we continue feeling what we're feeling, right? So from a step 3 is that if yes, then continue on, right? If no, then ask the question, right? So if no, then the question is, what would I prefer to feel? Right? What would I prefer to feel? Good morning, Ray Price. Good to see you. What would I prefer to feel? If no, if the feeling isn't serving me, what would I prefer to feel? What's the better, what's the more energizing feeling? What's the most life-giving feeling? What's the yeah, just what's the better feeling for this scenario? And then, so if that was the if-then, the if-then is probably our step 4 are the if-then responses. And then we're going to go to step 5, right? Step 5, and that's only if the if-then was coming from a no, it's not serving me. We go to step, because it ends at step 4, if-then responses. Let's see. I don't know. I'm going to have to work this a little bit better. If no, what would you prefer to feel? Yeah. Okay. Step 5 from no is how do I get there? Right? And step 5 from yes, continue on, right? Right? You continue doing that which sustains the beneficial feeling. You see? So how do you get there? And then step 6, which is coming from no, because there is no other steps for yes. Yes ends there. Step 6, which is a continuation from no, is practice changing the feeling, right? Good morning, Michelle. So good to see you. So good to see you. How do you get there? And then in step 6, you make a decision and act to change the feeling. So here is a tool. There's basically a tool or strategy. Strategy selection. This became a whole class this morning. It became a whole class, right? It's okay. I'm put here for this. Okay. I was born for this. And to be honest, I woke up like this. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, sis. So good to see you. So, what am I saying? Why am I going through all of this? Thank you for the love. Because there are times when our emotions serve us, and there are times when they do not. There are times when they serve us, and there are times when they absolutely do not serve us. So I'm here for them being in service to us, of service to us. I am for emotions being of service to us and not in service to them. Right? That we don't serve our emotions, they serve us. Right? But if we're unaware of them, if we haven't practiced engaging them intentionally, then oftentimes chances are that we're in service to them. They take us on roller coaster rides. They determine what our day is going to be like. Right? And I'm making emotions seem like they're outside of us, but they're not. But you know what I'm getting at, right? We feel what we feel, and then we have to make a decision around that, as opposed to allowing that feeling to decide. We have the feeling, and then it feels like we don't have a choice because of what we're feeling. So now the day is just going to be like this since I'm feeling like this now. No. You can change the feeling. You don't have to forfeit your day. You can change your feeling. You can decide, oh, no. This day will not be, okay, I woke up feeling like this for whatever the reason is. Whatever it is. But I'm not getting ready to surrender my day. I'm not getting ready to forfeit my day to an emotion that does not serve me because I woke up like this. I don't know what happened in the middle of the night, right? Or perhaps I do know. I went to bed like that. It's a no right there. I'm just saying. Because one of the practices I try to make sure that one of the practices I know is very powerful at the end of the day is right before going to bed. Like I go to bed on something positive. Right now there's something I'm trying to memorize. So I go to bed, I got the book on the nightstand, and I'm saying this thing before I go to bed because I want it to become a part of my DNA. But another great practice before going to bed is to ask yourself, just ask out loud, okay, Kathy, what are the 3 best things that happened to you today? And make an intention to do that as your final nighttime send off. What are the 3 best things that happened today? And then just stop and remember those things and kind of replay them in your mind and re-feel the feelings of the best things that have happened today. I'm going to tell you, so that's a gratitude practice. You cannot lose with gratitude no matter what is wrapped in. Can't lose with gratitude, not authentic gratitude, not where you have a sincere appreciation for, the things that are life-giving. I'm not saying being grateful for somebody's demise. Come on, y'all. Not talking that. I am talking when you're really grateful for something that is life-giving, particularly that has happened to you or for you or that you've experienced. Just some practice of gratitude where you're thankful and grateful, okay? And if you go to bed on that, chances are your feeling is not jacked up before you go to bed. And it's not jacked up when you wake up because you went to bed in a state of gratitude, which is transformative, just in case you didn't know. The practice of gratitude, it will change your life for the better. All right, beloved, I love you. I do. I appreciate you, and I value you. So, at the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited. You and I relinquished. We gave up the right to not be amazing. You and I simply do not have the right to not be amazing because we are anyway amazing beyond our imagination. You are amazing beyond anything that you can imagine. So I'm just going to invite you to start practicing using your just asking your imagination, asking yourself the question when you wake up in the morning, how how amazing am I really? Just ask the question and see how the answer comes. Right? How amazing am I really? Like ponder it, consider it. Just like, okay, I'm amazing. I'm gonna accept that. But how amazing? What does that look like? What are the possibilities that come with my amazingness? Do you see, like, that puts a smile on my face because I know what's coming after that kind of stuff, after those kind of questions, all good stuff, all transformative stuff, all life-giving stuff. So I dare you, I challenge you, I implore you, beloved, to ask yourself that kind of question when you wake up in the morning. Or make a statement. How amazing is this day going to be as I show up in my amazing way, with my amazing self? I'm just saying that. I'm just saying. All right. I love you. I value you. I appreciate you. I do. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow as we continue our conversation around this notion of emotions or feelings, whichever way you want to refer to them.